Here we are on the St. Croix River, St. Stephen, New Brunswick, for International Lumberjack Competition event they hold every year on New Brunswick Day. A great competition that's put on by a whole bunch of volunteers. Great crowd, fantastic weather. We're heading into the axe throw right now. We're going to be showing you the top 4 competitors in the axe throw. In total, we had 20 competitors go earlier this morning in the preliminaries. These are the top 4 guys in the finals, starting with Donald Lambert, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 of the scoring areas on the target, 3 throws each.
That's right. Axe throw, it looks fairly simple when you're watching it here on television, but it's all about concentration and focus. These lumberjack competitors have to really keep everything else out of their minds, not worry about the crowd, who's hollering, what's moving behind them, and just focus on that bullseye.
Now you can see Donald Lambert hit a 4 in his first throw, a 5, a bullseye. He catches the edge of the bullseye there in his second throw. The first throw actually as well was just catching the edge. He's working his way towards the center. He's got to be happy with hitting that bullseye. 2 throws, 9 points.
That's right. Another nice throw at a bullseye would be really good to put him out in front.
And he looks like he's just catching the edge of the 4 again. He's going to be a little bit disappointed with that. He's got a 3-throw total of 13 points with 3 guys still to come. It's likely that's going to be beat because we got some excellent axe throwers here today.
That's right. 13's not a bad score in the axe throw, though. Usually 12, 13, 14, it all depends who actually shows up and throws a perfect throw that day.
And look at Will Conrad there. He's going to be disappointed with that first throw, only catching an edge of the 2. He's going to be disappointed because you know that's going to put him out of the running. Even with 2 more bullseyes, he's only going to end up at 12 points.
That's right. Can't catch Donald Lambert at this point, and that plays on you. You know that. So you actually have nothing to lose. The pressure's off, and see, look, there's the result. No more pressure on Moyle. Perfect throw.
He's still shaking his head there, but you're right. The relaxation sets in, and that's one of the keys, is to be able to relax. Now, Moyle's got a little bit of a different style here over the right shoulder.
That's right. Different guys, different techniques. A lot of guys like to throw right straight on the target. There's really 2 variables when you're throwing the axe.
There you go. Another bullseye for Moyle Conrad with a 3-throw total of 12. But you're right. What are those variables?
Back and there's the back and forth and the up and down. So obviously, if you keep the axe straight on with your body, you take that back and forth variable out. So all you have to do is worry about your release. Where Moyle throws over the shoulder, he kind of has all those variables into one. So he has to practice a lot to get those. Really limit the amount of those variables in the way he throws.
Well, right now we got Donald Lambert in first place with 13 points. Moyle Conrad right behind him with 12 points. This is Louis Bourque, veteran competitor, and you often see the older competitors in the axe throw finals because these are the guys who have been there before.
That's right. The pressure doesn't get to them, and they have the same, like Louis been throwing this one-handed tomahawk throw for years and years. Very smooth release. That looks like it's really close to a bullseye.
Yeah, looks like Marvin's going to probably have a look at it, the judge. And yes, he does give him a bullseye for a 2-throw total of 10. But yes, you're right. Nice and smooth and relaxed.
Now, the opposite thing can happen when you get 2 bullseyes in a row. Oh, see that? The pressure gets on you. You know you have 2 perfect throws, 1 more bullseye, and I've got it. And then, of course, the pressure gets to him, slips away a little bit. He's not going to be happy with that.
Tries to force it in there, but he does end up with a tie with 13 points with Donald Lambert.
Paul, most of the axes we've been looking at here are pretty nice and shiny, and I see yours is looks a little rusty here. Does it really matter for the axe throw?
I just soon have some rust on it. Makes it stick in the wood a little better.
Ah, good idea. And I see you've doctored yours a little bit here too. Maybe explain to the crowd what you did that for.
Yeah, well, you're allowed 6-inch face there, and this here axe was only 5 inches wide, and now it's about 5 3/4. So it gives me a little cover more area on the target.
Just welded a little bit on?
That's what I did, yeah. Just welded a bit on.
Good stuff. Good luck in the axe throw.
Well, thanks very much.
Here we go, veteran competitor in the axe throw, last man standing of our 4 that we're showing you right now. And what I mean by the door being open, high scores, only 13 points. Paul Woodland starts off with a 5.
That's right. 14 or 15 can get in there. Paul throws good and firm, good and hard. The wind won't play with his throw. Doesn't really worry about people around him. Lots of experience here with Paul Woodland.
And now you mentioned earlier that confidence is a big game here. You can't throw this hard without confidence. You got to be able to do it if you got a head game.
That's right. 2 perfect throws now for Paul Woodland, so it really comes down to this last throw. If he can get another, even a 4 or a 5, he's in there for first place.
Well, 13 points is right now being held by Louis Bourque as well as Donald Lambert. And there it is. He's got at least 4. A judge is going to have a look at it, see if he's got the 5. And Paul Woodland looks over. He's got the fist pump. Paul Woodland's going to win the axe throw.
Hey, when it counts, Paul Woodland came through under pressure with a perfect throw.
I saw you throw perfect once before. Perfect is always nice, but just tell me about mental preparation for axe throw, because it's not physical, it's all mental.
It is all mental, yeah. You just gotta, well, for me, I just think I'm at home throwing at my own target.
There it is. After whittling down a huge field of competitors in the axe throw, Paul Woodland is the last man standing with 3 perfect throws and a total of 15 points, where the only muscles needed are the ones between your ears.